Hello everyone, welcome to the geography class of standard 10th. The lesson that I am going to continue today is Minerals and Energy Resources Part 2, given on page number 181 of your geography textbook. The topic that I am going to discuss today is non-conventional sources of energy. That is, we are going to read pages 194 to 196 of your textbook with the following objectives. To know about non-conventional sources of energy, names of different non-conventional sources of energy, advantages of non-conventional sources of energy. Introduction to solar energy, uses and application of solar energy, advantages of solar energy, disadvantages of solar energy. Now children, what is an energy source? An energy source is a system which makes energy in a certain way. So energy resource is something that can produce heat, power life, move objects or produce electricity. Matter that stores energy is called as a fuel. Human energy consumption has grown steadily throughout the human life. Renewable energy sources, also called non-conventional energy, are the sources that are continuously replenished by natural processes. For example, solar energy, wind energy, bioenergy, biofuels grown sustainably, hydropower, etc. are some of the examples of renewable energy. Now, before proceeding further with non-conventional energy, let us discuss few technical terms related to the topic given in your book. Number 1, non-conventional sources of energy. The energy sources which are continuously replenished by natural processes. These can be used again and again. Example, solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy and biomass energy. Number 2, solar energy. Solar energy is the radiant energy emitted by the sun. Photovoltaic cells, an electric device that converts the energy of light directly into electricity by the photovoltaic effect. Now children, this is the picture of solar energy radiated by the sun on the earth. This is the picture of photovoltaic cell. Now children, let us read non-conventional sources of energy from your book. So open your book again on 194 page. Energy is the most vital, that is important, necessity for the daily life of all living beings. And of various forms of energy, electrical energy is the most important form for the immense advantage, that is great advantages offered by it. Most significantly for utilization, that is use of the energy. I have already told you that electrical energy is needed even to switch on a fan or to switch it off. It is the most efficient and cleanest form of energy when used for industrial, commercial or domestic requirements. That is, it is used in industries also, on commercial scale also, and for your houses also. Now let us read further. The sun, water and wind have been the inexhaustible, that is, that never gets depleted, sources of energy for time immemorial, that is, they are very old. Over the last many decades, that is a period of 10 years, man has learned to harness, that is to control and make use of these primary, that is the main sources of energy like sun, wind, tidal energy, etc. to produce electricity in a successful and commercially viable form, that is working successfully. In addition, there are many other natural sources of energy which are under developmental stage for generating electricity. All these sources are known as non-conventional or alternative sources of energy, as they are continuously replenished by natural processes and can be used again and again. These have been in existence for millions of years before the development of so-called conventional sources of energy like coal, petroleum, etc. Now let us discuss few advantages of non-conventional sources of energy. These, that is the non-conventional sources of energy, are the energy resources which cannot be exhausted, that is they will never end. It has low carbon emission and hence environmental friendly, that is it does not cause any sort of pollution. It is present in unlimited quantity, that is it can be tapped at a large scale at one place. Being non-conventional, it can be used again and again throughout its life. Its cost is low. That is, overall cost of electricity generation through the non-conventional sources of energy is cost effective. Renewable or non-conventional sources of energy are pollution free. That is, they do not emit any sort of harmful gases during the generation of power through them. Life of non-conventional resources is infinite. That is, they can be used till time immemorial. Now let us read the discussed advantages from your book. Advantages of non-conventional sources. The main advantage or characteristics features of non-conventional or alternative sources are: A. These sources of energy are available freely and in abundance. That is, they are available in large quantities. In fact, they are renewable. That is, they can be made again and again and can be used again and again, children. So there is no fear of their getting exhausted, that is, getting depleted. B. They are environmental friendly and do not produce any waste or cause pollution. C. They can be tapped at large scale, that is, they can be harnessed at a large scale at one place or in small amount of number of places at the same time, as they are non-conventional, including remote and inaccessible areas, that is, the areas which are difficult to be reached by man, like hilly terrains, that is topography. D. Forest or deserts. D. When situated close to load centers, they can result in reduction, that is, getting less of overall cost of electricity generation, that is production, making it cost effective. Now let us read further. Fortunately, that is luckily, India is ideally suited geographically, being a tropical country, that is, it is located between 8 degree north to 37 degree north, and Tropic of Cancer passes through its center, making it a tropical country. To utilize, that is, use the full potential, that is, latent quantities of at least 3 major non-conventional or renewable sources of energy, that is, sun, water and wind. Added to this are many other sources such as biogas, considering the tremendous, that is, huge human and cattle population, and tidal wave energy, considering the country's vast coastline, that is, big coastline of nearly 7,500 kilometers. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has taken up several steps to exploit, that is, to use to the best the full potential of these sources, which have been successful to some extent. Following are some of the non-conventional sources of energy which have been exploited in the country by the government of India. Number 1, solar energy. Number 2, wind energy. Number 3, biogas. Number 4, tidal energy. Number 5, geothermal energy. Today we will study solar energy. Now let us study solar energy. Children, solar energy is energy where the rays of the sun are converted into a current. It is eco-friendly, that is, it is environment friendly, does not harm the environment. It is active solar energy as it traps energy inside of a system, then converts into a current. Now let us read solar energy from your book. Solar energy generation. The Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has initiated, that is, taken step for various programs in the urban sector, that is, mainly in towns and cities, for promoting solar water heating system in homes, hotels, hostels, hospitals and industry. Types of renewable energy based projects like solar, wind, biomass, small hydro, waste to energy may be installed, that is, set up. The basic aim is to motivate, that is, to encourage the local governments for adopting renewable energy technologies and energy efficiency measures. You can see them in figures 9.19, 9.20, 9.21. In figure 9.19, you can see an innovative use of solar power by a farmer in Bihar for using his mobile phones. In figure 9.20, you can see a lady working on a sewing machine running on a solar power. In figure 9.21, you can see the irrigation of the crops using the solar power. Sun is the primary, that is the main source of energy. The sun provides us enormous, that is huge amount of energy in the form of solar radiations reaching the surface of the earth. Children, I have already told you that 51% of the solar radiation are reached by the earth. The rest is absorbed in the atmosphere. With its vast potential of virtuality, untapped energy living off the sun promises to be an attractive alternative for the future. It is being used for various purposes. Let us see these purposes. Children, all the plants need sunlight to grow and give us food, wood, medicine, cotton and much more, as you can see in this picture. Then we get vitamin D from the sunlight. Many types of solar power plants use sunlight to produce electricity. Now let us read the uses of solar energy in detail from your book. Now A. Direct solar heating. In this application of the sun's energy, sun rays are concentrated using special mirrors or reflectors to produce heat at high temperature. The example of use are solar heaters, ovens and cookers. Solar water heaters. These comprise specially designed flat plate panels or reflectors to absorb solar energy when sun rays fall on the panel, mounted on rooftops at a suitable angle to absorb solar energy. Let us observe it in detail. Children, a solar water heater is a system that uses solar energy to heat water. It has a system that is installed on a terrace or open space where it can get sunlight, and the energy from the sun is then used to heat water and store it in an insulated tank. Children, this is the picture of solar water heater and we are going through its process of working. The system is not connected to electricity supply and thus does not have any on or off switch, but it uses the sunlight throughout the day to heat the water and store it in the storage tank. Children, most of the solar water heater on a sunny day can provide heated water at about 68 degree plus 5 degrees Celsius temperature. Water from the storage tank can then be used for any application as desired. The panels are installed facing south so as to work most efficiently even during winters. Water and ambient temperature is passed through capillary tubes embedded in the panels, which rises as it gets heated and is collected in heavily insulated collector tank. From this tank, now water is supplied to the kitchen or bathrooms as required. In properly designed heaters, the water temperature can rise up to 60 degrees Celsius on a sunny winter day. B. Solar electricity generation using photovoltaic cells. Photovoltaic or PV technology converts sunlight directly into electricity using specially designed and fabricated, that is, invent in order to deceive cells arranged in suitable arrays. Children, this picture shows us the heating up of water in a water container or a tank through the photovoltaic solar panel. Children, photovoltaics are best known as a method for generating electric power by using solar cells to convert energy from the sun into a flow of electrons by the photovoltaic effect. Solar cells produce direct current electricity from sunlight, which can be used to power equipment or to recharge a battery. Children, this picture is showing us that how the solar energy is converted into the electricity through the photovoltaic cells, and then it is transformed to charge connector, and then the battery is charged. From that battery the inverter is operated. Now let us go through the solar energy applications. So children, photovoltaic cells are successfully used in telecommunications, offshore oil drilling, PV refrigerator, that is photovoltaic refrigerators, power packs, army tents, solar lanterns. Photovoltaic cells are also used in domestic lighting system, that is in lighting our houses, for battery charging stations, in railway signaling, in photovoltaic pumps, in photovoltaic integrated buildings, etc. Children, let us go through the applications of photovoltaic cells. Photovoltaic cells may be ground molded, or they may be applied on rooftops, maybe on the canal tops, offshore, that is under the seas, or they may be applied floating. Now children, let us see through this picture how solar panel works. Sunlight hits the solar panels and generates DC current, that is direct current. The inverter converts DC current, that is direct current electricity, to AC current, that is alternative current. The AC electricity is supplied to the building. The excess of electricity flows into the grid. Then electricity is drawn from the grid when supply from solar panels is not sufficient. Now children, let us read this uses and applications from your book. Uses and applications. The sun offers direct and inexhaustible source of energy, that is never ending source of energy, especially in tropical country like ours, with over 300 days of clear sky that can be utilized, that is used to generate electrical energy. This is commonly achieved by making use of a kind of semiconductor device called photovoltaic cell. I have already shown you in the previous slide all the process how the energy is generated through photovoltaic cell. Suitably designed arrays of photovoltaic cells have been successfully used to provide street lights, especially in rural, that is villages, and remote areas, that is the areas which are not under the reach of man. Solar lanterns, especially for domestic use, particularly as emergency lights. Solar powered TV sets, solar water pumps, solar refrigeration systems, railway signaling systems, and communication networks. You have already seen in the previous slide the pictures of all these instruments which are working through the solar photovoltaic cells. So far, nearly 10,000 solar photovoltaic systems covering a variety of applications have been installed in the country. Let us go through the advantages of solar energy. These days, the most important advantage of solar energy is that sunlight can be directly used to cook food using a solar cooker. Now let us go through the other benefits or advantages of using solar energy. Solar energy is eco-friendly, economical, renewable, clean source of energy, zero carbon emission. It has low maintenance costs. It has less dependence on fossil fuels. It is a source of income to the people. Let us read the advantages of solar energy from your book. A. Solar energy is a resource that is not only sustainable for energy consumption, it is indefinitely renewable, at least until the sun runs out in billion of years. B. Solar power does not cause any pollution, so it is eco-friendly. Solar panels require little maintenance. The government has also introduced generous tax credit for individuals and companies that invest in solar system. So children, do you know that every second sun can produce enough energy to sustain the earth's needs for 5 lakh years? Now children, let us go through the disadvantages of solar energy. The major disadvantage of solar energy is that large land area is required for the installation, that is setting up of its power plant. The next is it has high maintenance cost. Now let us read it from your disadvantages of solar energy. The primary, that is the main disadvantage of solar power, is that it obviously cannot be created during the night. The power generated is also reduced during times of cloud cover, although energy is still produced on a cloudy day. Solar panel energy is maximized when the panel is directly facing the sun, as the energy can be produced in more quantities when the panel is facing the sun. Most efficient solar cells only convert just 20% of the sun rays to electricity. With increased advances in solar cell technology, this number is likely to increase. Installing solar panel is quite expensive, that it is very costly. Its maintenance cost is also costly. However, the cost of solar panels incurred in only the initial, that is final cost, as after buying and installation, they create free energy for use. Children, this picture is showing us the duration of the day when the solar energy is not available for harnessing. So children, at the end, to sum up, I could say that solar energy is renewable and pollution free. It reduces electricity bill. It has less or no maintenance for years. More solar energy in summer. Diverse applications, can be stored in battery. The major disadvantages are it needs a lot of space. It has high initial cost. No solar power is available at night and on cloudy days. Less solar energy is available in winter. DC current, that is direct current equipment, are expensive. Batteries that operates on the solar photovoltaic cells. Now children, at the end, I hope that through this video you have come to know about non-conventional sources of energy, names of various non-conventional sources of energy, advantages of non-conventional sources of energy, the major conventional source of energy, that is solar energy, its uses and applications, its advantages and disadvantages. Now you should revise the topic, reread it and solve the related back exercises. Thank you and have a great day.